Our Real Money team saving American families thousands of dollars all last week here on World News, and tonight we keep going here. So what about this housing market suddenly coming back to life? This evening, ABC's chief business and economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis with 3 simple tips to suddenly get thousands more for your home.
Dave Seymour is famous for turning homes like this into this. A former firefighter who started flipping at the very moment home values were cratering. He now has a dozen homes underway and his own reality show.
When fear is the dominating emotion in our marketplace, it creates opportunity.
But that fear is quickly becoming a thing of the past, with a flipping renaissance underway. The market's starting to resemble its heyday, now on track to hit record highs this year, up almost 20% from last.
You got to know what you're doing. If you're just doing onesies, twosies a year and you're playing at this thing, you can get seriously hurt.
Nationally, flippers are making an average of about $18,000 a sale. Seymour says he shoots for 20% profit on each house and generally spends about 4 months from acquisition to sale.
$200, $225, I can make this room pop.
But they're not all winners.
There are unexpected costs.
There are always surprises. Sometimes I do a little bit better. Sometimes I don't do quite as good.
What was the biggest money pit you got yourself into?
Septic system. But it ended up being a $45,000 repair.
As for this home in East Boston, after just 3 days on the market, it sold for $285,000, a $60,000 profit. Good news for Seymour and the neighbors.
It's an economic stimulator in and of itself because it's properties that move our economy. Real estate is what moves our economy.
Wow, that was some return on his investment. But what about the rest of us? If you're selling your home, Rebecca is here, and I was struck. He said all it takes is a $200 investment, and you get a much bigger return.
Yes, small things can create a big impact in that sale price. Tip number 1, put $250 into new crown molding in a room. It can dramatically increase your price for sale. Also, tip number 2, put in a new front door. It's the first thing people see when they enter your home, dramatically ups the curb appeal. And lastly, it's not just about the house you're listing, but when you're listing that home. He says Tuesday nights, 5 p.m., create some frenzy before the weekend selling.
Wow, Monday's too early, Thursday's too late in the week.
Exactly. You'll have to wait till next week if you want to list your home.
All right, thanks, Rebecca.